What's up, everybody? This is Brent Brookhouse. I am on the call for this 30-something episode of the Bitter Boys Club with All Ego Ethan Page. What's going on, man?
What's up? Not much. Are we counting? Is that a thing that we do?
I don't know. I was paying attention to it, and then I was going to say 35th, but I think last week was 35, so this is 36, I think.
It's definitely,
I'm very
definitely something you care about.
Yeah.
It's very, very weird.
Well, I feel like we missed all of the big numbers, this is our 25th or whatever, and then I only think to look at the not so big numbers.
I get what you're saying. Okay, so listen, I have a question. This is a serious question.
Shoot.
I'm going to a show tomorrow. Are you familiar with my old podcast, The Meaning of Mature?
Mildly, in that you and I have talked about it.
Okay, so here's the scenario. Myself, Josh Alexander, and Joey Kings, all three members of this podcast, could potentially be in the same place tomorrow. Do you think I should record a special edition for us to upload next week?
Absolutely.
All right. I will do my best to make that happen. I thought about it. I sent them texts. They are interested. I wanted to check with you if it would be like cheating on you or something.
Oh no, as long as it brings in numbers, man. That's the goal.
So I think it will do well. Now I just need to organize with them. But it is possible.
I mean, it's nice of you to run things by me, considering we talked last week and then the following morning it was like, oh, look who's coming to StarCast. So that was cool. You know, don't tip me, don't let me know or anything.
Oh, come on. Really?
Oh, we could have, see, the thing is, we could have recorded about it, and then I could have just held the release until after the announcement comes out, and then we could have just, bounced that around, got the retweets, all that good stuff. You gotta think these things through.
I didn't know until maybe like 2 days before the show.
So let's talk about that real quick. How quickly did that come together?
So High Spots was announcing that I was there. They sent me a message asking me to do it. And then Cody texted me saying, I can't believe you're going to be there, and they didn't contact you. I'm really mad at them. And then, now I'm there.
Okay. Did you respond, I can't believe you're putting on a wrestling show and I'm going to be there, and you didn't put me on it?
I just replied, hey man, don't worry about it. I'll do it as a favor for you. No, yeah, I should have been like, yeah, I'm there, so book me for All In. What the hell?
You're no MJF, though.
Shoot me in the goddamn head.
So yeah, that was big news. And you got the Foley-esque triple announcement. So.
Yeah, that was my idea. I thought it would be really funny because I was like, dude, I'm not going to sell anything at these tables with all these goddamn famous people. And he's like, no, man, you're going to do great. And I was like, no, dude, I'm a jabroni. And I was like, please, let's announce every failed wrestling career I've had.
Including your current one?
That's right.
Oh, brutal to yourself today.
I know. That's why I even made him put former Evolve Star just to rip myself.
Yeah, so that was some big news. Let's see. This past weekend we were in the same building for Black Label Pro.
Yeah. What did you think of that?
Show was really good, as it always is. They put on a really fun show. The Rock and Roll Express Chop and Roll Express match was better than I thought it'd be. I mean, just
really,
just in terms of you know, there's age and limitations at play and stuff, so it comes down to everybody being on the same page, putting on, you know, a match that everybody can work in. So that was, yeah, really good. And then the main event was, I don't know, it was alright.
What was the main event?
That would be your match.
Yeah, see how much I'm going to let you get away with? I don't think so, sucker. Can't believe you thought I would just let you talk shit to me.
No, it was actually a very good match.
Yeah, maybe you should describe it, because I feel like if I start putting myself over, it'll defeat the purpose.
Well, okay, so I was there with my very old friend Scott Christ. He's at Tape Machines on Twitter. We were watching.
Oh, okay.
We were watching the match, and a lady very early, like in the opening seconds, yelled at Jordan Grace, "Pick him up and slam him down." And Scott turned to me at that point and said, "That lady just made their match." Because all of a sudden that was like, you know, it was a thing that that woman basically made an even bigger thing.
Go ahead. You can go into detail.
Well, I mean, there were multiple spots of her trying to pick you up, the whole you falling on her, you know, that kind of stuff. So, you know, it just actually helped out, you know, establishing the story a little bit extra for you, which I thought was pretty cool. The match itself was really good. She gets a lot of credit, and I don't want to say she doesn't get enough credit and make it sound like nobody gives her credit, but Jordan Grace is very good.
Yeah, she is.
And then I guess the ending was, there were some people that seemed a little let down by a count-out finish. I liked it, in that it leaves the door open a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, in that respect, I liked it, and I wonder what the finish would have been if you were there next show. That's all.
Oh, you think I would have went over?
I don't know. I'm curious. But,
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's possible. But I'm not there, so.
Yeah, you're not there to wrestle D'Lo Brown.
Remind me of that again.
just to rub that in. But, I mean, you said last week that you're working on trying to get D'Lo into Alpha 1, which I'm going to use as a nice segue into your other big news.
Yeah, I'm closing down Alpha 1.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, everybody.
Just kidding. Oh, jeez, I'm so stupid. Anyways, so the deal that I've been teasing with Powerbomb TV finally went through, and we are an official exclusive content provider for Powerbomb.tv, which you can sign up for if you use promo code Alpha1, ALPHA, and the number 1. You get 20 days free as a trial. And right now, because we are exclusively with them, everything from 2018 is on the website.
Which is great. It's a perfect amount of content to watch and get up to speed with what's going on now without, you know, having to go back and watch hours and hours and hours of shows. You keep your shows pretty tight, too, in terms of time. So, you know, it's not...
Yeah, I got sent into my DMs a screenshot of a fan's tweet that was in shock and awe that the show is only an hour and a half edited.
Yeah, but that's so good. Like, that's fan service. I don't want to sit through a 4-hour show. I don't have time to do that except on rare occasions. So yeah, you can catch up on 2018. What does that mean going forward, though? Are we talking more live streams or?
So we have one live stream booked for an event. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. That's why I'm not going to spoil it. But for an event coming up with a lineup that's just out of this world, which I'm super pumped about. So that's why we've been trying to get people to tune in to everything that's been going on from I'm sorry, from January. I was like, what's the first month of the year? Like an idiot. Anyways, from January so that they can actually see all the stories leading up to our next live stream.
Yeah, I mean, that's really cool. I'm trying to find the exact tweet because I think that did Powerbomb tweet out the other day that they hit 10,000 users?
Yeah.
That's boy, if I could not get into legal trouble, I would make a comment about what Flow Slam had.
Well, okay, so and I'm not doing this to knock them, obviously, like I am so excited that we're there. But does that mean they have 10,000 subscribers right now?
Yeah, that is a question that I'm curious about.
I don't think so. I don't think that's what that means.
Right. I mean, that could mean a lot of people that have checked in and canceled after their 20 days or before their 20 days were up or whatever.
But you have to think, that's 10,000 people that have put their information in and watched some sort of wrestling on that website.
Right. Who now have it in their heads as a place they can go back to. That's a crazy number.
That's a crazy number. And it's still such a new service.
Yeah. And just, I don't know if I can say this, but being told when I said, guys, this is what we should be doing. We should be getting VOD deals and expanding into some live shows with a ton of smaller promotions. It doesn't all have to be huge before Powerbomb scoops them all up, and then being told Powerbomb is not competition for us. Yeah, they were right. Just in a completely different way than they thought.
As in, they weren't competition for Powerbomb?
Right.
Oh man, that's rough.
Yeah, it's just brutal, but good for the guys at Powerbomb. That's quite the achievement.
Heck yeah, it is. They should be real proud of that, man.
And I mean, like, good for you, because that means that your promotion is now in front of maybe not 10,000 pairs of eyeballs, but I gotta believe half of those people have stuck around.
And that, you know what? That's the goal, is to get it to be 10,000 that are there. And we wanted to be a part of that team that actually went after that goal and tried to achieve it. So I'm like super, super happy and proud and excited.
Well, and I think the cool thing is, I mean, Alpha One has a fairly intimate atmosphere. You've got a crowd of, I don't know if it's all regulars, but, you know, you've
mostly
got, right, a huge chunk of your crowd are regulars. So doing this deal doesn't take away from the live atmosphere at all. It just gets it out in front of more people.
Yeah, like I'm not worried about people staying at home to watch it live instead of show up. I'm excited that they can brag to their friends like, hey, you guys should be checking out this show.
Yeah, and I mean, the Black Label Pro show that streamed live and had a really nice crowd in attendance for a show headlined by some lady wrestling some guy.
Yeah, and I think that that was one of, if not their biggest attendance yet.
Sorry, coughing. Yeah, I mean, it was real good show. I was also, to rewind to the Black Label Pro show, I was surprised to see BMD on the show. That was a
good one, right?
Yeah. That was, I think it was the stream match, but still, it was my first time seeing him live, and really impressive.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure he's happy to hear that, and I'll remind him when I see him next. But yeah, he's been traveling a lot, and I'm hoping he can start breaking out into more places like that.
Yeah, if you could also talk to Space Monkey about giving me, like, if we could work out a hand signal that basically says, hey, I'd like to buy some merch, but I refuse to interact with you if you're acting like a monkey. It's
cool. Funny, because he just started listening to our podcast, and he's catching up right now. He's still in January. Anyways, so when he hears this in 6 months, hey, Space Monkey, go fuck yourself.
I mean, it's a thing where the kids are so jacked to see him,
Yeah,
which is great. I love that. I love seeing kids excited at a wrestling show.
sure, of course.
But then it's like, oh, I'd buy some Space Monkey merch. Why not? And then it's like, god damn it! But I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna point to something or ask about something, and he's gonna make monkey noises at me, and I'm just
Yeah, but if you're like, hey, man, I'm Brent Brookhouse, I do the podcast with Ethan Page, he would be like, all right.
yeah, but that also feels like such a douchey thing to do. I don't know why, but walking up to people and being like, I'm the guy that does the podcast.
Yeah, everyone does that to me every weekend.
Right, so I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, it's all right. At least you're not asking him to be on your podcast.
Right, yeah, I've only done that to you.
And look where we are now. Oh,
And I still
married for life.
right, but at these shows, I still like, I don't want to get in the way of any transactions. So I see you and I'm like, hey man, what's up? How you doing? Okay, good, cool.
Oh, yeah, I know. You're not like a clinger.
Right, but that's like it. I'm not like, oh yeah, what's been going on? It's just like, oh, yep, good to see you. All right. But you did compliment my shirt, which
Yeah, you were wearing an awesome shirt,
yeah,
which definitely deserves to be complimented.
it's my my sweet Infinity Gauntlet shirt. Yeah, that's good stuff. Oh, hey, I wanted to follow up on last week's episode because there may have been, and I should pull this up, but there may have
Yeah,
been,
also, don't break things in your house.
yeah, that would be cool to not do. So professional. This is the best show. Our production quality is so high. But I wanted to follow up on last week's show where we were talking about the Twitter purge.
Oh, bot or not?
Yeah, because I think we may have found like the ultimate like hit that somebody took, and that's David Arquette.
Okay.
He
Lay it on me. I know you went to that website, so...
Oh, I'm trying to pull it back up, and now I'm having trouble getting to it. There we go. Now I've got it. Okay, so David Arquette, Twitter user at David Arquette, was at 1,000 or 100,000. Start this over. 122,000.
Yo, are you epileptic? Like, what are you doing?
I sound more drunk than epileptic.
Like, what is that? Come on, man.
That's me getting frustrated with my inability to talk on a
We've
podcast.
got a damn show.
All right, 122,975 followers on July 11th.
Okay.
On July 12th, 30,239 followers. He lost in one day 92,736 followers.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Bot or not?
Oh, bot for sure.
Oh, and then
It went.
to be clear though,
I just assume this is like movie star vanity and refusing to not like exit his glory days of making shitty movies. That that he bought himself followers so he could like fit in with all the other guys that aren't making movies.
yeah, I mean, and to be clear, the following day, he lost another 1,939 followers.
Well, that was people that probably watched his match.
So I was gonna get there. So yeah, he did just get back in the ring, wrestle RJ City.
I love how you say get back, like he accomplished something in his other wrestling career.
I mean, big gold belt.
Yeah, sure. No, good for him.
Yeah, I mean, so he got back in the ring. Got in the ring, however you wanna phrase it.
Okay.
Maybe he's paying his dues now.
He's paying for something. Hopefully his flight's everywhere.
you got to make that money to spend that money on buying Twitter followers. Apparently,
Well, yeah, no shit.
it's just a brutal act of vanity, I guess. So Yeah, that's a thing that happened. What else has been going on, man? I thought you'd be all excited about the return of Bought or Not.
Yeah, until you start talking about David Arquette. Like, this is the only moment that I'm like, nah, man, our podcast is about pro wrestling. I'm not talking about David Arquette on our pro wrestling podcast.
Where we've discussed, let's see, baby shit, comic books.
No. Because you're trying to make David Arquette come up in the discussion pro wrestling. It pisses me off. So now our podcast is about pro wrestling. So in my mind, if we're talking about wrestling, we ain't talking about David Arquette. So don't talk about David Arquette on our wrestling podcast.
Okay, I guess that's it for David Arquette on our wrestling podcast.
And hopefully wrestling in general, because, before he bought all of his followers, I was like, oh, this might be good for the boys. Movie star working with them, getting them some publicity, some, whatever. And then all of a sudden, he has 32,000 followers instead of the 100 and something I thought he did. And in reality, I could just wrestle Joey Ryan, and he's got more followers than David Arquette. So what buzz and help is this going to do for anybody?
Well, I mean, let's just rewind to the fact that you did go as far as to say, movie star, because he's been lighting up the box office lately.
You know what? Go to his Wikipedia.
I'm already on it. Do you want to?
Glad you knew exactly where I was going.
Do you want to know his most recent film?
Yeah, is probably waiting in line to audition for Scream 5.
It is Amanda and Jack Go Glamping.
But what the hell is that? What's a glamp?
That is glamorous camping. That's that's going camping without roughing it. The Wikipedia.
That's what I think of that.
The Wikipedia definition is a style of camping with amenities and in some cases resort-style services, not usually associated with traditional camping.
Oh, hey, here's a movie about a guy that's a movie star, and then we watch him go spend his money. Okay, cool.
He was in the recent Bruce Willis movie Once Upon a Time in Venice.
What do you mean recent? When was that?
2017 was the release date on that one.
Oh, okay.
It has an 18% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, man, I will say, though, this picture came online of him this week, and I quote tweeted it saying, what the hell did I say? I was like, oh, you look like a real-life Randy the Ram, because his skin is, so leathery and old-looking. So I was like, oh, that's so good. It kind of blew up a little bit on Twitter, but he responded by saying, it's better than looking like Ronnie from Jersey Shore.
Is it?
I mean, first of all, if we want to talk about people's wrestling careers, Ronnie had a better wrestling career than Randy the Ram. Hell, I'd even say he had a better wrestling career than David Arquette. He's a real person.
I am going through David Arquette's Rotten Tomatoes page. 25 movies that he's been in have not even been reviewed enough to have a Rotten Tomatoes score.
And that's a website that wants to shit on movies.
About 30 that are rotten. And then
Out of?
And then he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that have a fresh score.
Oh, fresh. Certified fresh?
Let's see.
What movies are those?
What movies are those? We have 4 certified fresh.
And what movies are those?
Scream. Scream 2.
Okay.
Beautiful Girls. And Bone Tomahawk, which I forgot he was in. and I can't shit on Bone Tomahawk, but everything else I can. So yeah,
Okay.
those are his 4 certified fresh to go with his 30 rotten and 25 not even reviewed.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's an accomplishment.
You were in Scream.
And Scream 2. And I think Scream 3 and 4. So,
Yeah, and apparently Scream 5.
is there a Scream 5?
Yeah, I think they're filming it soon. They announced it.
Huh. Okay, well, he's got that. You know, for a guy who said to never mention David Arquette on the wrestling podcast again, you mentioned David Arquette on the wrestling podcast.
Yeah, well, we don't really have a wrestling podcast, so.
Okay, well, there's that. There's David Arquette in his return to the ring.
Yeah. And relevance.
Well, he made it onto this podcast, a very relevant pop culture point.
Hell yeah. To our 5 bajillion listeners.
I'm assuming we have roughly as many listeners as saw... let's see.
David Arquette's Twitter?
I was going to go with Muffin Top: A Love Story, which is
The hell is that?
That is a 2014 film that featured David Arquette.
Oh. I mean, he's in all right shape, though. Is the movie about him?
Let's see. David Arquette. He is second to last in the cast listing, so I'm assuming it is not particularly about him.
Okay.
Someone did describe the film Muffin Top: A Love Story as tolerably funny, whereas a reviewer for The Chicagoist called it one of the worst of the year.
Yeah, I'm sure, just like his match.
You don't think RJ could have saved him from disaster?
What?
Did Arquette go over?
Oh, I don't know. I don't actually pay attention to it.
I bet he went over. You know,
Would you put him over?
hey, if you buy followers, you can buy a good booking.
Damn, dude. You just roasted his ass.
Yeah, it looks like... Oh no, he lost.
Oh, okay, yeah. Good babyface booking.
Yeah, let's see. If you thought David was going to phone it in, you were wrong. Arquette was on fire in the opening moments and hit his opponent with a vintage diamond cutter. He also locked in a sharpshooter-esque submission and an outside dive from the top rope. So,
I like how it says sharpshooter-esque.
I assume that's like when The Rock would try and do a sharpshooter.
Hey. We're walking on sacred territory here. You better watch your damn mouth.
Yeah, I mean, The Rock is great, but his sharpshooter was not so good.
It was his version. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, let's see. Somebody said, you got potential, kid. Keep it up. Watch some Bret Hart videos to hit that sharpshooter and don't miss next time. And he said, I did. Tons of them. Didn't lock it in. SMH.
Shake my head.
Yeah, I guess so. And so am I at the amount of time we've spent talking about David.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, what else is new?
Let's see. The Carnies had a cool thing going on Twitter this weekend. Or this week.
Oh.
I guess it hasn't been this weekend. But they were asked...
Oh, what I was going to say, was this the one about them talking insider road stuff? Or was this the one about what was the worst thing promoter ever said to you?
Yeah, this was the what was the worst thing a promoter ever did or said, that kind of thing.
Was there any really good ones that we should read out loud?
I don't know. I was going to ask you to get in on this while I look it up.
Oh, Jesus. Well, one of my best friends ran a show and paid me $3 to do double duty once, and he literally said, "Hey man, all I have is $3," and I was like, "Yep, I'll take it."
So the worst thing is you taking the $3 from a friend?
Well, no, like I've had, yeah. In the end, I'm actually the asshole.
I was gonna say, I don't think you understood how this worked.
No, he was the promoter. He should have had money. But and he wrestles for me, and I've paid him every time.
Yeah, you're just gonna hold back on the name, huh?
Yeah, I'm a nice guy. His name's Steve Brown. Anyways, so give me some of these. I know you pulled them up, so let's hear it.
Oh yeah, I'm scrolling because there were a lot of them, so I had to get to the right point here. Let's see. In my early day, this is Jason Ayers. Jason Ayers, WWE, said, "In my early days, a relatively close show. Hey man, the house was real light tonight. How much do you need? I guess throw me what you can. I mean, this comes out of my own pocket, but here you go. It was $5. So somebody getting $5 for a show. Let's see. Damn, there's a lot in here. Here's one. You want payment? We have an open ring 4 days a week. That's your payment. And also, you've been working for other companies that are below you. Because of that, you're dropping the belt tonight. Consider this punishment. If you show me you want it back, you can win it in a month."
What the?
So somebody thought their workers should not work on a show that they viewed as below them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah, screw that.
Man, I'm having to plow through a bunch of various stuff. Pay? I don't pay. You're the one that contacted me.
That's so funny. That's a good one.
That's one that more promoters should try, I guess. Reach out, say, "Do you have any dates?" and then they can just, yank it back.
Yeah, that's a funny one. I like that.
Josh Alexander had maybe my favorite one. Me. "Hey, my pay is really short. Promoter. Oh, I sent you a message on MSN Messenger saying I could only do this much. Didn't get it? Me, MSN Messenger. It's 2012.
Oh, I wonder who that is. I'm going to text him and ask him.
Alright, Dom Guarini said, in quotes, "You're kind of like Matt Riddle. Oh, we have enough MMA guys. That style doesn't really work." Not as bad as some of the others. Oh, let's see. Logan Black. "I've got things in order to get a bunch of us down to Japan. We're working out flights. I need a $100 deposit. One guess if those guys got to Japan or got their money back."
Yeah, no. They didn't go or get their money.
Yeah. Let's see. "You should change your gear up if you want to work here. Your look doesn't fit in well here. In the words of Ricky Shane Page, I know my look isn't for everyone, but it is for me."
Oh, that was Gade, for sure.
That makes sense. Alley Cat said, "You listen so well, why couldn't you have been the skinny one? I would have tried sending you to Japan instead, but I can't push a girl that looks like this."
That's so mean.
It's really brutal.
Oh my god, but I can totally hear a promoter saying that.
Oh, absolutely.
That's so awful.
Yeah, I think that's all of them that I'm seeing him retweet, because I can't really look through all of Twitter from days ago. But yeah, you gotta have a better story than that.
Me?
Yeah. Your story was that you took the last $5 your friend had.
Yeah. What's wrong with that? That's
You-
hilarious.
Yeah, but you gotta give a shitty promoter story here.
Okay, but like, what do you... I don't know, man. I don't have one.
I know you do. You just don't want to give them.
No, I'm just trying to think. Like,
Thought I heard a duck outside.
a duck.
Yeah, you know, quacking.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, one time, this isn't really a shitty promoter thing. I went to go work for him on National Pro Wrestling Day, and he thought it'd be funny to introduce himself to me as Reckless Youth, and for him to not give up on the bit and to just awkwardly continue it. When I was like, okay, man, whatever, and walked away, it was really awkward. And, yeah, I don't think I've spoken to him since.
Why? Why would that be, like, his idea of a good bit?
I have no idea. I was like, hey, Mike, nice to see you again. I had already done, like, Young Lions Cup for him and some other show.
Also,
And,
he's Mike Quackenbush. It's not, like...
Yeah, whatever that means. Anyways.
Well, I mean,
so,
people know who he is.
yeah, in our industry.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of it, he just looks like a dork.
Well, I mean, to be fair, outside of it, he is a dork.
Yeah, anyways, I hate him. So, yeah, so he was like, I don't know, to me that was like a dick thing.
Yeah.
And then one time I worked for him in London, Ontario, and he tried to screw me out of $10. And I was like, hey, dude, you still owe me $10. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah, give it to me. And that was it.
Fair enough. Not a great story, but a story. I got something out of you. That counts.
Then this one time, Delirious was like, hey, man, send me an email, and then we'll talk about your next Ring of Honor date. And then I'd email him, and he wouldn't get back to me. And then that happened a lot, so.
You know, you're burping a lot this podcast.
Yeah, I'm drinking a Zevia. It's a carbonated beverage. And I'm just letting it fly, because I don't give a F today.
Fair enough. Ooh. All right, what else is going on? Oh, you know what? We got some questions that came in the other day. I don't even have to ask for them anymore. Oh, no shit. This is from Tony Quant, Top Rope Tony on Twitter. His number one question was, thoughts on David Arquette's return to the ring? So
Little do you know.
I guess I could have just gone to the questions for that one.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow, with the sass. Congrats on the Powerbomb deal. Are there any plans to do shoot interviews on there like you have with High Spots?
Not really.
Yeah, I would think not. Given your love of toys, have you ever looked into producing an all-ego action figure?
Yes, of course I have. What are you, out of your goddamn mind? You know how expensive that is, though? Very hard. I have tried my best. I am so sorry I've let you down.
What happened with you in the last, 2-3 minutes?
I don't know, man. I'm living a rough life. You know, sleeping in all the time. Having a hot wife. It just really caught up to me.
Sounds rough. How much are we talking to have an action figure made?
Oh man, I know Marty Scurll did it once, and he said it cost him, or maybe another company did, and there was no movement to the figure at all, and it cost him a fortune. Then I started looking into producing it myself. It's too expensive, man. I could be looking at $20 per figure. It's what am I going to sell it for? And the amount I would have to order to have the mold made, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I'm sure. You could also just see if they had generic parts sitting around and you could just paint the tights.
Well, so I was going to have some guy do that in Mexico, and then he sent me a sample, and I was like, "Oh, you did that while you were on drugs? Okay, so that's not happening."
I didn't know that was actually a thing. I'm very
Yeah,
happy
dude.
to find out it is.
Yeah, everything's a thing.
I, you know what? I do want to rewind because I talked a little bit about it, but I didn't really get your thoughts on the Jordan Grace match.
Oh, sure. Which you can watch. There's another one at powerbomb.tv. Use promo code Alpha1 ALPHA and the number one, and you can watch it for free right now. I liked it a lot. I originally didn't want to do that finish that everyone hated. I just wanted to lose to her clean. Obviously, like, I'm happy there's, I guess, room for more and maybe another match together because of the way it ended. But I think she's a talented person, and I wanted to just lose to her.
Fair enough. I really thought that you were gonna go ahead and take that muscle buster, but
Okay, so that was another thing. I thought she was strong enough to do it for sure. And we practiced it, and she's like, "No, I'm on keto. I'm not as strong as you think I am." And I was like, "Well, I for sure think you're strong, so let's try it." And yeah, she almost dropped me before the show.
I thought it was going to be, she said she's on keto, she's not as strong as you think she is, and then you said, well, I'm on keto, I'm not as heavy as you think I am. Would have been a better
No,
response.
I'm definitely heavy. Like I am. I'm not going to pretend that that's not a thing. I'm a heavy boy.
So all around happy with the match. How are you feeling about, it's been a couple weeks since this whole relaunch thing.
Good. I think my matches have been awesome lately, and I'm very proud of what I've been able to accomplish and do. And I think it's going well. I think even just personally, like, I'm just in a much better place and a lot more motivated and happy. I really like that match. Then the next day, I wrestled in Colborne, Ontario for Alpha One, which will be edited and put on Powerbomb within a week. So check that out. In a tag match with Josh Alexander and two local guys. And honestly, I thought it was awesome. And I hope people keep watching and enjoying the resurgence of the Monster Mafia.
And one more thing about the Powerbomb deal. Obviously, all of 2018 is up. Do you have any idea when the rest of the back catalog goes up?
So we're really trying to get that going. I sent him a bunch of older shows to get up as soon as possible. And I think it's just going to end up being as we capture and send. Like, we're talking, I'm looking at it right now, it's DVD rack. Whoa. We're talking maybe another 40, 50 shows that could go up. So,
damn.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot. But it's a good thing.
All right. Well, making moves, making deals.
Yeah, very happy with the agreement that we came to. I'm really excited that fans get to watch our product. And yeah, I love it.
So when's the next Alpha One show?
The next Alpha One show is actually in a week and a half, I think. It's The Purge 3. Actually, no, that's a lie. The 27th, which is 2 days before Friday, we're having an awesome show. It's called BravoCon. It's like a nerd podcast / comic book / cosplay / pretty much every nerd thing available convention in Hamilton, Ontario. And they actually invited Alpha One. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, all right. So
that's Friday. That's the 27th. So check that out if you're available and interested. It's
so that's a week from Friday.
Yeah, it's exactly a week from Friday. So check that out. That's in Hamilton. But Sunday is the big Alpha One show. It is the Purge 3, which we're very excited about. It's the one night where there's no rules, anything goes, hardcore
murder.
Pretty much, yeah. If that's what you're into.
All right. Well, what's on the show? I'm trying to give you a chance to promote your shit.
My God, it's like you don't have the internet and you can't just go on alpha1.com, ALPHA-1 wrestling.com. In the event section, you can see the full lineup, which Brent will read out loud.
Oh, it's like you don't even know your own promotion.
Do you realize what I'm doing as we're talking right now? I'm editing match graphics for a show in October because I have to use every ounce of free time I can by, because we have children. So I'm a multitask master. It's just, come on, man. Just read it out to me.
Well, I'm sorry. First, I went to alpha-1.com. And
No. Alpha-1 wrestling.com.
forgot you got scooped on that one, so... Let's see. There we go. The Purge 3. Alright. We've got Austin Theory versus Kobe Durst.
That's a good-ass match.
That is a good-ass match. We've got Trey Miguel versus Myron Reed versus Ace Austin.
Come on.
Monster Mafia versus Del Bruno and Wheeler.
No, you gotta give comments. You're reading them out loud. Give me your first thoughts, your first impressions.
All right, Austin Theory versus Kobe Durst. I dig that. Kobe had a really good match at Black Label Pro, by the way. That triple threat. I don't really know Ace Austin, but Miguel and Reed, always fun. Monster Mafia versus Del Bruno and Wheeler in a 3 Stages of Hell match. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. That's all right.
Come on, man. It's unique.
I like it. So we've got Stage 1 Tornado Tag, Stage 2 Falls Count Anywhere, and Stage 3 is a tables match. The only thing I don't like is I don't like tables matches, but I'm into the Monster Mafia return. It's good stuff. And
why don't you like tables matches? Explain this.
Okay, well, first of all, is it when one member of the team goes through, or do both have to go through?
Oh, we'll have that announced. Don't worry.
Okay, we'll see. I can't even get excited for it that way. Second, I don't know. It's just, it's kind of like how I don't like Last Man Standing matches. Last Man Standing is too much sitting around waiting through counts that disrupt the flow. Tables matches is a little too... No. If you do a tables match right, it's good. Yeah, tables matches... the problem is, I guess maybe not enough people do them right because it's... once it falls into too much teasing of table spots, you lose me.
Yeah, and it's about finding the right place to do it. And yeah, just don't worry. Come on, I'm a professional.
Yeah, all right. You're a professional. That's fine. Western Med Connection versus Space Pirates for the tag team titles.
Just those tag names alone, it makes me laugh.
Yeah,
it's like what are you booking, you idiot?
I'm real upset that I didn't buy one of the Space Monkey banana flasks. So there's that.
Yeah, he's real mad about it too. All that guy cares about is merch.
Yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't talk like a goddamn monkey all the time.
Hey, did you hear that? You hear that, you big idiot?
Then we've got a Outer Limits title 4-way elimination match. Joey Ryan versus BMD, the champion, versus Justin Sane versus Gregory Iron. And that match is... I guess I'd say Theory Durst I'm most excited about, and that 4-way is probably second.
Yeah, just to see what happens with Joey Ryan and no disqualification and a bunch of other people.
Yeah. Can't believe you brought him back after that complaint email.
Hey, I guarantee you people show up to see him.
With the penis fighting. And well, I know one lady who won't.
Well, it's worth the $15. No offense to that lady. I hope you do come back and enjoy the ever so incredible Alpha One Wrestling show.
I don't. Fuck you. You're a homophobe.
No, I'm not.
Not you. Her.
Oh.
Jesus. We're not going down that road again.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. Did you get more hate mail from people?
No, everything's been positive lately.
Okay, good.
Until this show, which just went a little off the rails, so we'll see.
Yeah, David Arquette's going to tell you that I'm a actophobe.
Buddy, if you were scared of actors, you wouldn't be scared of David Arquette.
Oh! And I would definitely not love The Rock.
Exactly. Best actor in the world.
Fucking damn right he is.
On that note, plug your shit. Let's get out of here.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let me guess, we're at 46 minutes and you think that that's an hour.
We're at about 51. I've got a little bit to talk about when I plug my stuff, so should be good.
Oh, wow. Here we go. Mr. plugs his stuff. So anyways, Powerbomb.tv. That's the place to be, honestly. It's they've had 10,000 people go in and out. Whether they stayed, honestly, I think they did because it's a great service and it offers some of the best wrestling in the world, including Alpha One Wrestling. Use promo code ALPHA and the number 1. You get to try it out for 20 days for free. I'm not asking you to stay. I'm asking you to try it out. Do it. Try it out. Watch as much Alpha One as you can. Right now, I would suggest watching everything from January to catch up before our next live stream. If you don't have that much free time, watch the show from May. It's called Immortal Kombat 6. It's got DJ Z versus Jody Fleisch. It's got the Monster Mafia's reunion in tag team action. It's got Gangrel versus Ricky Shane Page from wrestlers like Gringo Loco, Space Monkey, Shane Saber, Kobe Durst. List goes on and on. Check it out. It's totally, totally worth it. Follow me on Twitter @OfficialEgo. Follow me on Instagram @official_ego. I've been posting a lot of pictures of my socks. So if you're into that weird stuff, my Instagrams are great for you. ProWrestlingTees.com/Ethan Page. Boom.
Now that you're done promoting your weird foot fetish thing, at some point, I assume the show is going up that has the Josh Alexander and... Oh, shit, I just blanked. This did not go as smoothly as I wanted. Eddie Kingston. There we go.
Oh, where they beat the crap out of each other?
Yes, because that is on my list of matches that I've really wanted to see that I have not yet.
It will be going up soon, yes.
Okay, good news. Also, he's saying try it out, but stay that one extra day, because I'm pretty sure that the kickback doesn't happen unless they actually stay into their subscription. So
that is true, but I also do believe that once they do try it out, they will stay. So, hook an addict.
Absolutely. I am at Brent Brookhouse on Twitter. You can follow my writing at Cage Side Seats. They are also the good people who make this podcast possible. Great wrestling news. It's like 10, 15 articles a day that go up over there. It's good stuff. My stuff goes up 10 a.m. on Mondays, 11 a.m. the rest of the week. And it's the best stuff, so that's good. Also, I'm just going to tease it because I'm not as ready to announce it as I thought I'd be today, but keep an eye on my Twitter. There's some big news coming. Boy, I really thought I was going to talk about it more than I am right now, but I want it to be a little more ready to be posted when this goes up. So, yeah, keep an eye on my Twitter. There's some big news coming, and it does not involve this podcast or Cage Side Seats, but those two things are not going anywhere. That's kind of a hint. So, there you go. That's it for this week.
Oh, man, you're joining Meltzer's podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely what's happening because Dave and I have always gotten along so well.
Well, he's going to fire Brian Alvarez for selling his T-shirts and not giving him the money at Black Label Pro.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, he was for sure selling his T-shirts.
Okay, but I mean, is he getting... Like, did you hear something about him getting fired?
No!
Okay, I just was...
Oh my god, you care about that stuff so much.
Well, no, it would have been a weird story.
Yeah, that I would want to put at the end of the podcast?
Yeah, I was going to be... Okay.
Why would I hear about that?
I don't know. You hear about things sometimes.
Yeah, I guess.
You also didn't bother to mention last week that you're about to be announced for StarCast, so I don't know what you're doing at any given time.
Okay.
That's it. That's this episode. That might be the show forever.
What are you talking about? What? You got nothing else to do?
No, I really don't. Other than, raise my children, hang out with my family.
Yeah, who cares about that? We got a wrestling podcast and now talk about David Arquette.
Yeah, well, I don't know what kind of podcast you can talk about him on at this point. There we go. That's it. Busted ass Randy the Man.
A midlife crisis podcast.
Bro, if you've followed his career, it's been a whole life crisis.
Damn, that's a good line to end it on.
All right, I'll talk to you next week.
Bye-bye.